Bro, what if saving a friend was actually the biggest trap you could fall into? Picture a crew of kids has a weapon nobody can stand up against. So, you coming with me into this anime, brother? You're ready to stomp you. How you gonna handle that? And then, boom, the brawl explodes. Nobody's getting past. Fighters are just running she can't do anything. When Ren, the city's violent powerhouse, shows up with his lieutenants, saving him right at the last second. Kiel's guys recognize him instantly, and man, they're shaking in their boots. The leader even tries to smooth talk, saying the beef's only with Anzai, but Ren lays it down. Furin protects everyone in this city. He calls the leader an idiot for messing with Furin and promises he's gonna beat him senseless. Kiel's crew hesitates, but out of fear of their leader, they still rush Ren. That's when Ren's lieutenants step up to cover him. Yuto carries Nire out to safety. Takeshi rallies the crew, and Sakura keeps on fighting. Ren drops Kiel's guys like it's nothing, and helps Anzai back up off the floor. Sakura is so pissed at himself for not backing up his team that he doesn't even hesitate. He just smashes Kongu right in the face with a punch. Then Ren squares off with the leader, Natori, who thinks they're the same because of how hard Ren hits Sakura. Natori says he uses fear to control people, and claims Ren does the same, just pretending to play nice. That's when he actually invites Ren to join his gang, but Ren shuts him down, saying he doesn't want to beat people up. Bro, you literally showed up just to smash the guy's face in, and now you're saying you don't want to fight people? Man, the hypocrisy. My dude, the hypocrisy. Downstairs, Kongu's getting wrecked by Sakura, who's gone full brutal mode. He's smashing the guy, and Kongu, shaking in his boots, orders his crew to surround Sakura. But Sakura drops them all with ease and lands a massive punch right in his face, saying he doesn't have time to play games. Then Kirishima lands a hit on Taiga, who doesn't even go down, and says he's gonna save his friends. That's his thing. The dude's basically letting himself get beat like a punching bag. But hey, that's his vibe. The upperclassmen show up to back the crew, and Kirishima mocks Taiga. But Taiga just smiles and says he does it because he's the kind of guy who lifts everyone's spirits. Taiga throws a heavy strike and knocks him out instantly. Then, cocky as hell, he tells him to get back up for another round, but ends it for real. Meanwhile, Kotaro can't land a hit on Mogami, who keeps dodging and kicking him. Kotaro starts losing patience, since the guy's small and fast, but not strong. That's when he finally grabs him, slams him to the ground, and says he hates fast fighters, calling him nothing but a little rat. Mogami tries to get up, but with his leg broken, he blacks out from Kotaro's blow. Another guy starts taunting Kiryu, calling him girly, but Kiryu doesn't care. Then the guy stomps on his foot, lands a punch, and thinks he broke Kiryu's wrist. Kiryu fires back, saying he's way too weak for just following Natori's orders and living in his tiny little world, and adds that he's probably not even popular with girls. I mean, I thought they came here to throw fists, not to straight up break the guy down emotionally and psychologically. The dude loses it and charges, but Kiryu smashes his shoulder and drops him flat. Kiryu says it would have been cooler if he wasn't so arrogant, and then finishes him off. Takeshi and Yuto are tearing it up, and the rookies are blown away because just having those two around completely flipped the fight. Sakura drops another one of Kiel's guys and tells his friends to finish the rest, promising he'll back them up next time. He spots Tone getting whooped, and Sue freezing him out before knocking him cold. Sakura stops Sue, who asks if he's hot-headed because of the beating he took earlier. Sakura admits yeah, but says losing his temper won't fix anything. Suo cools off and goes back after the other Kiel guys. Upstairs, Ren's dodging Natori's strikes, but Natori lands a punch, then sweeps his legs right after. Natori mocks him, saying he's no hero, more like a pet, reminding him he's seen Ren lose control in a fight before. Ren admits he used to be like that, but he learned to hold back at Furin. Natori calls him a domesticated mutt and charges in full force. Ren grabs a chain and swings it, but Natori kicks him back, saying Furin made him weak. Ren gets back up and lands a brutal kick, shattering Natori's bat in half. Charging in, Ren slams the guy to the ground, and they go into a wild exchange of punches. Natori, with that psycho look on his face, gets lost staring into Ren's eyes, but he can't stay conscious anymore and blacks out. Ren's lieutenants step up and announce the fight's over. Takeshi says everyone's waiting. They raise Ren's hand, and the crew sees he's the winner. Anzai wakes up, all dazed, and finds out the fight is done. Nagato asks why Anzai went so far for him. Sakura says it wasn't just about him. They did it because Natori pissed everybody off. He points out that Anzai took a beating to save Nagato, but Anzai won't even look at his friend, asking if he even wanted to be saved. Nagato admits he's been a terrible friend, and doesn't feel like he deserves anyone's help. That's when Ren cuts in, saying it doesn't matter what Nagato thinks. Anzai wanted to save him anyway, no matter what. Flashback. Nagato's on the street and sees some guys bullying a kid. He almost walks away, but remembers when Anzai stepped in for him back when he was getting bullied. So he calls the guys out and tells them to give the kid his wallet back. But life ain't no fairy tale. He just gets jumped and told to stay in his lane. That's when Natori from Kiel shows up and saves the kid. The boy thanks Nagato, but Nagato feels like a weakling for not handling the thugs. Natori thinks he's cool for standing up alone and invites him into Kiel. At the hideout, Nagato sees two members fighting hard. One wants to quit, the other's pissed, and Natori just watches, chill, letting it happen. Out of nowhere, Natori hits Nagato and tells him he's perfect for the crew. Weak guy, high morals, easy to control. Then he orders Nagato to bring in money. Nagato spends everything he has, but it's never enough. So the boss starts beating him every time he comes up short. Desperate, Nagato starts stealing just to survive. Back to the present, Nagato finishes his story, and Anzai blames himself for not saving him from Kiel earlier. But Nagato tells him not to feel guilty, and admits he always wanted to be as badass as Anzai. He thought joining a gang would make him strong, but he knows now he'll never measure up to his friend. Anzai hugs him and says he's always been amazing just for caring about his friends. Nirei wakes up all confused, and Kiel explains they're heading back home. He's happy they won the fight, but Suo flicks his forehead, telling him not to get in the way while being protected. The guy just tried to help, but man, he can't even throw a punch. Classic case of, the best help is the kind that doesn't mess things up, right bro? Then Taiga points out that Nirei actually saved everybody, since he sent a message to the upperclassmen before they stormed the hideout. Sakura shows up, and Nirei's relieved. But Sakura tells him to worry about himself first, since he almost got killed. Nirei praises the protag for bringing everyone together, even as a rookie rep, but Sakura feels like he failed, cause his impulsiveness put the whole crew at risk. Anzai cuts him off, thanking him for saving Nagato, and the others say they got beat up because they were weak, not because of him. Nirei tells Sakura not to carry everything on his own, and Suo suggests they start fresh together. Sakura says he felt something weird seeing his friends getting beat down, and that he's different now because of Furin. Takeshi mentions that the king went through the same thing when he first became rep, but the king shuts him up and asks what he thought of Kiel. Takeshi says they've got way too many members for a new crew, and the king suspects Natori didn't gather all those guys on his own. At the restaurant, the squad tells everything to Umemiya, and Anzai apologizes for dragging Furin into this mess. Umemiya praises their work, and the restaurant owner gives them free food. Man, I wish I could just throw hands with randoms like that and get free meals out of it. Anzai's surprised Umemiya isn't mad, but he explains that saving Nagato was Furin's duty, since he's their friend. Nagato starts crying while eating, since it's been forever since he had a good meal. Umemiya tells him to remember the taste of this food, cause it's always better when you're with people who bring you peace, and that he's never alone, no matter what challenges life throws at him. Umemiya notices Sakura's all down, and Nirei explains it's cause he feels guilty for not fighting like he usually does. Umemiya says Sakura froze up because he actually cares about his friends, which just makes Sakura all awkward, smacking his own leg out of embarrassment. Umemiya laughs and asks Hiragi what he thinks of Sakura. Hiragi says, he's just like you at the start, crazy potential. Nagato and Anzai run into their childhood friend, a girl who bursts into tears when she sees the two of them all beaten up. But with a smile, she welcomes Nagato back. She thanks Sakura, who brushes it off, saying he just kept a promise. Meanwhile, back at Kiel's hideout, a guy stands up. He says he went to watch the fight with Furin but thinks Kiel's finished now that Natori failed. He doesn't care though, since he gained something from the fight. Already scheming his next move, he takes off his jacket, showing some strange tattoos across his back. And let me tell you man, those tattoos look sick. Just from the character's vibe alone, no explanation needed. You know he's about to be a beast. That's the rule, right? The more mysterious and badass the character design, the scarier the dude. Well, that was the start of Windbreaker Season 2. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, smash that like button bro, show some love, and subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Drop a comment on whatever you want. If you got an anime you want me to cover, or just your thoughts on this video man, I'd love to hear it. I'll leave this other video right here for you to check out. I'm wrapping it up for today. See you in the next anime. Peace out my dude.